Oh, come on! Isn't that awesome? Hey folks, Simon here. Welcome back. We're continuing to work on the 51 Chevy truck, but today I'm gonna try and get a steering column in and the doors hung on it, kinda so I can push it outside and start on my build-off car. I went over to Joe, Parts by Joe over in Wisconsin. He hooked me up with a steering column. Pretty sure it's out of a camper of some vintage, so that should work. We also got a door off of another truck he had out there. I took the door that was here that wasn't gonna work, traded it for this one. Might as well have two mismatched doors versus just one mismatched door, right? Am I right? Yeah, but thanks for coming back. Let's get going. I kinda just got it set in here for right now. Obviously that's not where it's gonna go. It's gotta come up a lot, which is fine, no big deal. But to mess with it on this side, I gotta kind of heave-ho over all this stuff, and that just doesn't work for me. So what I think I'm gonna do is remove the front clip, but I actually want to try making a tilt front clip because I've never done that before. So I might shift gears from the steering column to the tilt front end, then do the steering column. That sounds like a plan. So like most things I do, I don't know exactly where to start. So I just have to start somewhere. So where I'm gonna start is figuring out where I want to cut the front end and how I want it to pivot. I just got to figure out, do I want it to lift from this area or do I want to take the whole fender and lift? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I think we'll do? We'll set that hood back up there. We'll kind of give her a couple little tacks to hold the fenders exactly where we want them. Then we'll start cutting. Roly-poly. You know, a guy probably should just take these hinges off so they're out of the way. Oh, that looks like the missing hood bolt I need for the Bel Air. Not as snug of a fit as I had hoped. Got a pretty nice gnarly gap there. Snug up here, this side's down, and a gnarly gap over there. We can probably fix some of it. We'll see what we can come up with. That's where we're cutting it. Let me tell you why. Because I said so. You might think there's some serious measuring going on and calculations and figuring out where to cut. There's not. I basically went from the end of the firewall and just laid the tape out nice and flat and smooth. Same on the other side. They should end up roughly in the same location, so I'm gonna call that a win. There's really no good way to measure any of this because it's all curved and rounded and nothing's straight, and that's difficult for me. I need things to be easy. You might be asking yourself, Simon, what's your wife gonna think about this? Like, I don't know. I'm just doing it. I know. Prep your surface, Simon. Prep your surface. Ooh, they did that one right on a rubber grommet. That probably wasn't ideal. lot of things moved, but we'll make it all work. I'm probably gonna end up just welding these sections on because that one's awful floppy. Don't know why I put that up there. That's all gonna come off. I don't know if a guy's supposed to build the hinges before he removes it or remove it then build the hinges. Chicken or the egg, I guess. I don't know which is the correct way to do it. We're just gonna do it. I kind of marked out where I want my hinges to go on the front flip side in relation to the frame. And then we'll just kind of hope for the best, I guess. I really don't know what's the right way to do this. But it should move and it should come off. That's heavy. That's more than one Simon heavy. Yeah. That's roughly what it's gonna look like. Just not all on the ground and stuff. We'll get her dialed though, one way or another. Alright, so whenever I'm building, my plans are always ever evolving and ever changing. That's mainly because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm learning as I go. So, I put some ugly welds on the fenders here on both sides, kind of lock that back into place. I'm going to go through and take the tacks off for the hood, take the hood off, and be able to have a more manageable situation. Because I can't do anything the way it is. I need to get in there and I can't get it off and on, off and on, off and on without seriously screwing my back up, so I don't want to do that. Somehow we'll get hinges on this thing. It's gonna happen, one way or the other. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Crap. Well, on the upside, this tack held. I'm not even sure what happened here. Okay, so this idea may not have been one of my better ones. We're just gonna cut the fenders, take it off, and just deal with it that way because it's not working. It's way lighter. I put this cross member in down here, right there. Kind of something to mount the hinge for the flip front on. Realized it was too far forward, moved it 3/4 of an inch back and welded her solid. I don't know why I didn't stop welding, I just kept welding and now it's done. So, oops, I guess. Well, hopefully it's right. What I'm gonna do for hinges, I had a couple different ideas going around, but when I was digging through all my stuff, I found some hinges that I was supposed to replace on a shed door that may or may not have happened. Either way, they're heavy duty hinges. We're gonna line them up, set them up, weld them on, and she'll be good hopefully. I probably should get them both. I know this is the outside of the frame rails, so I know that's good, so that's my reference. I'm hoping a guy can just get them where they need to be on here. Burn them in. Get the thing lifted back up onto the truck. Maybe get a tack or two up there. Flip the whole thing open, and then weld them to the frame. Ideally, I'd like them to be removable, but time isn't on my side. You know what? Before I go and get any more weld happy, I should put this back up there to see where everything's sitting. I should just slow down, take my time. Stop. chance those inner fenders are going away. For the record, that bar I welded in there, it's probably perfect right where it's at. Guy gets lucky once in a while. I know what we're doing. I have a plan. I got some plate in my scrap, I know I do. I'm gonna cap this end of the frame off. I'm gonna weld the hinge on the outside of that cross member I put in. Down to that plate. We'll have full rotation. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I like it. Yep. This is good for the back. I'm sure of it. Woo! 2 by 4 3/4. This is actually, this is 1/4 inch plate, but it's about 2.5 inches wide. It'll be fine though. Just gives me that much more extra room to weld hinges to and stuff. I did take some of that inner fender well out of there. That was a really good idea. It's really helping me now, not push it against me so much. I know it's not perfectly aligned right there. We will get to it eventually. I just want to make sure everything's square up here. This is all flexible back here. It's fine, I hope. I sure hope this is gonna work. Because I trimmed this hinge up, I'm also gonna trim this hinge up so they're the same. It's gonna help me, so why not? Yeah, this has bad written all over it. All right, let's see what we can do here. Might work. Oh, do you think this is gonna work? I don't really know. Well, hopefully there's enough tack on those to hold. I just want to see if it's gonna work. Ha ha! Burn it.
10 seconds later.
I just went and full on ugly weld burned them in. Let's hope it works completely this time. Oh, come on. Isn't that awesome? Like it's freaking made that. Okay. Yes. So happy I got that. I've never done one of these before. That worked out really well. Here we go. Every car is gonna have a front flip now. Way cool. I can't even express how excited I figured out how to do this by myself. I'm gonna throw the hood up there, and actually I think that's gonna really help me out because then I can bring the fenders up to where they need to be and get all these seams lined back up, and it's gonna be perfect. You watch. Perfect! Here's what happened when I cut everything apart. The fenders are all out of whack. This is really wonky anyways. But now that I got the hood back on, that's sitting where that needs to be for the most part. I'm gonna be able to lift the fenders back up and close those gaps up. Just kind of take my time, work my way around, get this side right, and the whole works. So we're just gonna start and see where we go. I probably should grind some of these. I probably should have done that before I put the hood back on, but we'll get them ground down. I'm having some binding issues right here. I think it's because this little extra right here, we're gonna cut that off. I don't want binding. I think we can work with that. I need a handle on the hood. I can't move it. That is not my welding element. I need to push this down and pull that up and weld it. Round and round we go. I don't know, I think it turned out all right. I mean, I got a pretty consistent gap along here. I think it looks all right. This gap is better than the first time I tacked it together. Pretty tight and even. It's a little tight there, but it's a rat rod. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm trying to make it the best I can. But for some reason we did seem like we came up a little short here. I'm probably not going to lose too much sleep over it because I don't know. I mean, we're only sticking out just a tiny bit here versus what's pulled back up there. Maybe that's normal because the seal would be up there. I don't know. Should we open it? I think we should open it. It's perfect. She's got a little wobble to it, so I'll probably put some braces in there and stiffen her up. We got to come up with some kind of catch though. She will go all the way up and over. This isn't good. This was not part of the plan, folks. We gotta come up with some kind of stop. I think it worked there pretty good. I mean, look at all the room you got for activities in here. Hell yeah. Definitely gonna need some kind of something. Maybe like a screen door has that chain and the spring. I don't know yet. One thing at a time, people, one thing at a time. But yeah, so that's if you want to know how to make a quick front end flip. It's that simple. Couple of hinges, piece of steel, some cutting and welding, done. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Did I do it right? Did I do it wrong? I probably did it wrong. Either way, thanks for watching. See you next time.